E căsătorit omul, nu pot să cred! Deci tu zici să fii în crip, să pui mâna pe ea acolo, să nu lasă să respire, să... Mâncați-aș gura ta, ce explicație a scos, du-te bă de aici, bă! Salut internet! Bine te-am găsit sau regăsit pe canalul meu de YouTube. Naratifan aici. Continuăm seria noastră de mare angajament, anume Super Seducer, super sudecător, super seducător, că am dat-o și în romă engleză. Anume astăzi am ajuns la finalul acestui joc, primul date. Adică că până la urmă că ăsta ar fi scopul acestui joc. Avem First Date Kate. You did really well to get her on a date, but there is still a lot to do. Can you charm her enough this evening to take things physical? Da, haideți să vedem arta acestui om, care este un om foarte sănătos. Și anume, astăzi trebuie să reușim să avem un sărut, goal kiss. Let's do this. Choose the date's location. Ok. Club with friends, coffee. Hai pe munte că...
If a girl's active and she shows an interest in outdoor activities, that can be great. But in this case, it wasn't the option to choose.
Deci deja nu e o opțiune bună. Cred că el o să zică la bar normal seara.
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks,
sigur,
right?
Man, la
to
bar,
make sure
seara.
the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option.
Normal.
Good to see you too.
Ce privire are! Opposite each other side by side. Hai să stăm opposite each other, că domnul acesta e cam periculos, ia.
Take a seat.
Thanks.
No. You don't sit opposite. Reason is, can't touch her up. No, but seriously, it makes it a bit harder.
Deci tu zici să fii în crip, să pui mâna pe ea acolo, să nu lasă să respire, să faci privare de libertate, nu? Bă, ce... Paolo, ce... Cred că știu acum justițiarul ăla care le știți voi de la cine a învățat. Ia, ce se mai întâmplă acum?
Thank you.
Perfect. So many people sit opposite each other on first dates, and it gets really awkward because you've got that eye contact the whole time. You run out of stuff to say, you feel super uncomfortable, and the worst thing, you can't touch her up.
Jocul ăsta e uncomfortable, man. Adică...
So how have you been the past few days? What have you been doing?
Actually quite a lot. I went to the gym as usual, and then did some work, but it's boring, right? So,
yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological serial killer, scary.
So you've seen it?
Yeah,
it is
normal că de acolo învață omul ăsta totul. A văzut toate filmele posibile.
City or like Finding Nemo or something. It's quite a tough film, right?
Yeah, it is, but I like tough films.
So you watch horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think, and it's interesting.
But what if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it, or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch The Saw or something like that because it's stupid, I think. But this one is very smart. You should know if you watched it.
Yeah, it is very smart. You're always thinking about, how they can catch him and stuff. So
yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
All right. What else have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's very, very difficult and annoying because there are all those boxes I have to move and all my stuff.
Pack things
up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, they say it's a stressful thing to do to move house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Offer to come and help, sympathize, use it as a reason to check her muscles. Bă, asta e opțiune bună, trebuie să fii un om bun și să ajuți.
Listen, if I'm free, then I can definitely come and help you carry boxes or whatever you need.
Date ok, este normal.
Oh, really? Thank you for the offer. It's very nice of you.
No, it's not right you doing heavy lifting and stuff yourself. You know, look at you in this dress.
A true gentleman here.
Coming downstairs.
True.
No, it's physical work, so I'm happy to come do it.
Thanks. I will use your help.
No, and you can remember this rule for as long as you live. Don't do these favors for girls that you're romantically interested in until you're dating and preferably sleeping together, because otherwise you're just giving her too much too soon for no good reason. I know you're busy now with the house and stuff, but what do you normally
What the fuck? Vreau și eu să ajut un om și nu mă lași, man?
Yeah, of course I do sports.
Ce e asta?
Why, of course.
It's my main hobby.
A trecut acum la hobby-uri, pe framework-ul lui, vorbind de hobby-uri,
What do you do there?
I do a lot of different things, actually. The main one is doing weights, usual stuff.
Okay.
And I also do 1 hour stretching a week.
Yeah.
It's very, very painful, but very rewarding as well.
For flexibility.
Yeah,
so you want to be able to do splits or
that's my goal.
Kick people in their heads.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do Pilates sometimes. Yeah, so it's interesting as well. And what about you? Do you do sports?
Yeah, I've done lots of sports. I used to do boxing, used to play squash. I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. I don't get huge because I don't do protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
Explicație logică, da.
And I'm doing things for like endurance, you know, to have good fitness and whatever. And what else do you do apart from physical stuff?
Apart from physical stuff, I like reading. Actually, I read every day, and it's very interesting.
Yeah? What are you reading now, or what's the last book you read?
I've just finished Bulgakov's Master and Margarita, but it wasn't the first time I've ever read it. So.
You read it again? So
yeah, I like it very much.
One of your favorites?
Yeah, one of.
That's nice because it's classic literature, not like, you know, Harry Potter and Da Vinci Code and the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Care-i problema mea cu Harry Potter?
So you like reading as well?
Bă, ce hater e ăsta, bă!
I like reading.
Bă, hatere, ce ai mă cu Harry Potter?
Not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like reading sometimes psychology, business, biographies, all types of different
self-development.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative, or I don't know, like singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually, I'm absolutely useless at singing.
You can't sing?
Can't do that, and don't like it.
I was going to ask you to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting. Maybe one day. And I can't play any musical instruments. Well, no.
Even this xylophone thing.
Îi face shaming că nu știe să cânte la instrument și vocal. Doamne, îi face shaming.
Because that's easy.
Îi face shaming.
The creative thing I do is
nu doare capul, îi face shaming. Cați-și gura ta, îi face shaming. Aoleu. Try to get to the bottom of how it makes her feel. Say that you really don't get art. Say that she can paint you nude if she wants. No, nu-ți dau oportunitatea să-mi explici asta. Hai să zicem asta, na.
Painting, eh?
Yeah, painting.
Well, you know what? I actually like different things. I like playing squash, you know, different sports and things like that. I told you, and yeah, I read as well. What else do I do? I'm playing chess quite often. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got some friends. My friend's dad, he was, you know, playing chess for many years. I play against him. Another friend, mostly guys actually. Girls don't often play chess, but I like to play, you know, a few times a week.
Greșit joacă și fetele.
Games going into the night.
Aici tu.
And you're kind of there having a drink and the games just going on.
Deci nu mai știu ce să zic ce ești.
Like 4 a.m. Do you play chess?
Yeah, I used to play when I was a child.
Oh, it's really great. It's good. It's a great game. I think very good for the brain. And competitive as well, obviously, because you're playing against someone else, you want to win, you have these tense moments. Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
who cares whether you get it or not, right? She likes it. So if you're at all empathetic, which is a great quality to have, you would connect with her, understand why she loves it, why does she paint, and get into all that stuff. It's a quality you really need to have if you want to be very good at connecting with women. Let's not leave this.
Mi-a dat mindfuck aici. Că pe la urmă trebuie să fii sincer cu gusturile tale. Da, nu face sens, nu.
So tell me, how about traveling? Do you travel?
Oh yes, I do.
What do you normally do? Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like both. I like cities, and I went to many places in Europe. For example, Prague and Berlin and Rome. Rome is amazing. So I like that.
Yeah, aici aminte cu Roma că e destul de multă mizerie. Dar cine știe, poate acum câțiva ani era mai ok când a fost jocul ăsta făcut.
Yeah,
it's not dangerous there.
It was quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see different things and, you know,
different cultures and whatever. But Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all these crowds, you're right.
And then Lebanon is probably not very touristy, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, very different.
So you like different kinds of things, not always the same stuff in the same hotel and speak in, you know, places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same place, only speak English, they don't know any Spanish.
That's quite boring.
Yeah, and then some people like just going somewhere super exotic where there are no tourists. I'm more like the second type. I don't like tourists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I go somewhere and other English people,
ești hater, men, ție nu-ți place nimic.
In the wrong place.
Oh, really? So you don't like English people?
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, you know, people from your country, you don't feel like you're traveling. And if everything's in English, you don't feel like you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and only meet locals, to go to the local place. Like you would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Yeah, just tourists all around.
Or you can go to a restaurant if you're lucky and you're like, oh, I'm sitting with Italians, so I must be in
Bă, aici are dreptate. Aici chiar are dreptate, că în Roma e greu să găsești un restaurant ok cu mâncare bună. Confirm asta. A fost vărul meu de curând și mi-au mai zis și alți oameni.
Something that I really liked, yeah. Recently I went to Cuba and it was amazing.
Tare. Foarte tare.
I really liked it.
Disagree and say that is not such a cool place. Get her talking about the best parts of the trip. Impress her with the fact that you have been to the Caribbean many times. Hai să mergem pe ce?
Cuba, that's really interesting because it's kind of a strange country, right? It was Americans weren't allowed to go there for so long. They've got this reputation for the politics, but it's not very developed for tourists, right? So it must be quite interesting.
Yeah, it's not, and that's what's interesting actually, because it's not easy to get internet even there, you know.
No internet yet.
Yeah. There is internet, but it's kind of difficult.
Slow and stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
But I like having a break from the internet. Do you?
Oh yeah, I liked it, but not all people can handle it. Can you?
No. Yeah, I can handle it. I like to unplug sometimes, and then you feel how relaxing it is when you're not checking your phone all the time. But
yeah, right. I do it sometimes as well, and I really liked it.
But tell me, like, what's the cool stuff about Cuba? What did you really like about it?
Everything. I just liked everything. The nature was amazing, very beautiful, and the
trees,
people,
beaches.
Yeah, the main thing was actually the people, because they're very, very friendly and very different, and it was very peaceful there and safe, and everything was wonderful. Actually, you have to.
People are often the most important thing, because if they're rude or if there are too many tourists, then it just can destroy the holiday, right?
Sure.
But you said they're very, very friendly, so you felt good there.
Yeah, you're right. I felt very good there.
Very nice. Excelente. You know, holidays are something that bring out a lot of emotions, you know, just compared to her telling you about, I don't know, her day at work, compared with a recent holiday. So it's
mâncați-aș gura ta, ce explicații a scos, du-te bă de aici, bă.
So that she can kind of relive it and start feeling good again in that moment with you as she tells you about it. Plus, it's keeping the attention on her rather than just cutting her off and talking about something else.
And what about you? Do you like
Wow!
Yeah, I do like travel.
Mi-a explodat mintea la explicația asta, sincer vă zic. Nu m-aș fi gândit în viața mea la așa ceva.
Go to different countries and, you know, come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And I spend a lot of time in Barcelona. I've got a nice place there by the sea, and have it all, you know, nicely set up with big television and PlayStation and stuff. So it's really cool.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you said?
Yeah.
You play often?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, really? I think games are just a waste of time. Don't you think so?
No. No. Aici nu-s de acord.
Well, look, I kind of get what you mean.
Jocul e viața mea.
You know, some people might say it's immature or something, but it's a little bit different nowadays because older people play, and even in this TV show House of Cards, he's the president, but he plays games. It's quite funny, but I won't try and convince you that it does good stuff for your brain and the reflexes and kind of memorizing maps and things. But specifically for me, the way I work in my business is I need to have just a few big ideas, you know, every now and again. So I'm not sitting there all day doing repetitive stuff. I need to be creative and think of something powerful. And when I'm playing a game, I'm not 100% in there at all. I'm kind of detached and I'm coming up with ideas. So something that actually is not, you know, I'm sitting there playing the game. I'm actually having these big ideas, just like you might if you're in the bath, you know, and you think, oh, that's good, you know, like this. And something I also do is if I'm playing something that doesn't need audio, you know, where it's not really important, like a racing game or sports, then I listen to audiobooks.
Oh.
And actually, I remember a few years ago I studied Chinese, and I would be able to sit for hours just listening to the Chinese because I was playing the game, so I didn't get bored. Because if you're just listening to language learning, you can't do it for long, right?
Yeah,
it's
tiring.
So it really helped me, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah, maybe.
It's not so bad. And there's some girl games I'm going to let you try. There's one called Flower where you control, I don't know, growing flowers and flying around and stuff, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a try.
O explicație normală, dar ia să vedem acum explicația reală.
Do you know why this works? It's because women find it very attractive when a guy shows his intelligence. All women want a guy that's more intelligent than them, and it's very cool if you can persuade her to your point of view. So anytime you can do this, anytime you've got the facts at hand or a strong argument, you can persuade her. It's actually really attractive and sexy, so do it. And what about you? Do you have any like guilty pleasures? Watch some really dumb TV shows, like reality stuff or something?
Well, let me think. Definitely not TV shows, because I never watch TV actually.
Never?
Never. I don't like it.
You don't have a television?
Only movies. I have television, but only
Băi, tare! Bravo! Bravo! Asta e chiar foarte bine să uiți la televizor.
One guilty pleasure I used to have was smoking, actually, but I managed to
Foarte bine, bravo.
Are you sure you're not going to start again?
No, now
if I had a cigarette now and say, come on,
no,
smoke.
thank you. No, I gave up, so
that's
no
good.
more. And I think nothing else, basically. And what about you?
Actually, people are often surprised when I tell them I've never tried a cigarette.
Oh, really?
Never smoked
Not once?
No,
Bă, ce minte ăsta. Bă, nu mai minți, mă.
Okay.
Strange, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
And in general, no, I think I'm quite, nothing too bad, you know, not a crazy alcoholic or addicted to anything that I shouldn't be addicted to. So, no, it's not too bad. And let me ask something that's a little bit, for me it's interesting, right? So indulge me here. What are your bad habits? Like, what are some bad qualities?
Like that. I think I can't really trust people well, so sometimes...
Well, you know you can trust me.
No, I don't know.
Nu poate nimeni să aibă încredere în tine. N-am eu încredere în tine, care te cunosc de când mă joc jocul ăsta.
Also, crazy about being on time everywhere.
Bă, asta e un lucru bun să fii la timp.
Punctualitatea
contează în ziua de azi.
That might be a problem.
Really? Why? Yeah. You're always late.
I'm never late, but I arrive.
Don't tell me that.
I arrive like 3 seconds before.
Before?
Always
You're
before.
Sure, not after.
I'm late if it doesn't matter, but if it matters, like a flight or a train or a when people are waiting, I'm not late. But if it doesn't really matter, if we kind of say, oh, around that time, then I wouldn't. And getting to the airport, yeah, not hours before. Hate it. So that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually, because I like to come in advance. Don't know what to do now. I can try it your way, because actually I end up wasting hours just sitting there and waiting.
In the future, right? This is our first date. But if in the future we go somewhere, you can just go to the airport like 5 hours before, do whatever you want.
And meet you there.
And I'll just come. Yeah, I'll just come later and meet you on the plane.
Okay, that sounds funny.
O conversație normală, spre surprinderea mea. Put your hand on her leg, check her purse, palm reading, use the gypsy fortune routine. Bă, sunt curios ce e asta, nu știu dacă am mai văzut opțiunea asta, mi se pare crazy.
And tell me, do you believe in fortune tellers and horoscopes telling the future and all this stuff?
Not really.
Me too. I thought it was complete rubbish.
Yeah.
Yes, but one time I went to the seaside in England, and there was this sign that said gypsy fortune teller, come in, and I thought, why not? I'm going to try it.
Really?
She came in. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. First thing, I came in and she took my hands and she looked at them and said, no, that's not it. And threw my hands down like that. And then she said, with you, I need something different. And she came like this, and she touched my ear, looked into my eyes, and she told me that
Mamă, ce creepy e omul, vai de capul meu.
Yeah, she could tell me about my past life.
Oh.
About my past life.
Okay.
So she said that I was a knight and that I was brave and whatever, told me some details. But she said that I died when I was tarred and feathered. Do you know what that is? When they pour that stuff, onion and feathers, and then set you on fire.
Very bad.
So, pretty bad. It's tough to die like that today. But the amazing thing is, even now, and since as long as I remember when I was a child, I hate this smell of tar when they're making the the new rose or something like that.
Oh, that's pretty
weird. I think there's something in it, so maybe I believe it.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but it sounds funny.
This is a classic PUA, pickup artist routine from Baxter.
Ce putea să fie altceva?
To an extent, but again, it's a routine. So you can prepare all this stuff for when you go out and meet girls, but it's much better to develop your natural conversation and seduction skills, which is why you're here, right? But still, I hope you enjoyed it, and you could use it, or you could even use it just for fun, even telling them what it is. Would you like going out to bars, partying?
Achievement unlocked all.
Actually, no, I don't really like it because people are just drinking there, and I don't really like to drink.
Like us?
No,
you don't like to drink? Cheers.
No, they just cheers. I think they're just drinking a lot, and then they're crazy, dancing everywhere, smoking.
You mean like shots and
all this. I don't really like that. Yeah, but sometimes I go with my friends when they make me go, basically.
You like dancing? Can you dance?
I really can dance when I feel like dancing, but it doesn't happen often. That's why I don't go.
So, okay, understandable.
I believe you, yeah. So if I caught you in the club, you wouldn't be dancing on the bar or the table.
No, nothing like that. Never.
You're controlled.
Yeah, I'm very, very self-controlled.
But you're single at the moment. You don't go to bars to meet men?
Really, I don't think it's a perfect place to meet someone nice.
What do you do then? Internet?
No.
Păi cum l-ai găsit pe domnul ăsta, domnișoara atunci?
I think that it's better just to live your life.
Zic să fugiți cât mai aveți oportunitatea.
Wherever you go, and then one day you will meet someone when it's time.
That's very romantic. So you believe in fate?
Yeah.
E drăguț chestia asta.
So you're single at the moment, right?
Yes,
you haven't got secret lovers and husbands all around the world or something? Okay. And how is it? Because I know some girls, they're never single. They just have relationships, split up into the next one.
Yeah, maybe. I quite like it. I think it's better to be single than with someone you don't like or something like that. That's why I really enjoy that. I have a lot of free time to develop my personality and to do something, read and do more work. So I like it.
What's your longest relationship?
It was about a year.
A year? I once met a girl who said 2 weeks to that question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Amazing,
don't you think
right?
so?
Yeah, very strange.
What about you?
My longest was my first relationship, 2.5 years.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah. But how long have you been single this time?
It's about 3 months now.
3 months. If you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why did you break up with your last man?
Oh. Actually, we broke up because he was useless in bed.
Oh, snap! Puh! Da, se încingă lucrurile.
I'll tell you what we can do about that. Bear with me for a second. One evening,
bear with me.
Come round, because I want to show you some stuff anyway. I've got an aquarium, whatever. You're going to love it. But anyway, come round and we'll pick some. I've got candles, you know, these aroma candles, whatever.
Right.
And very nice music. So think of a track you really like, maybe something like The Weeknd. We'll put that on.
Amazing.
And give me like 3 to 5 minutes to show you what I can do. You'll love it. And it doesn't take long, that's the benefit.
It's a joke, right?
I don't know, we will see.
Okay.
Mama, credeam că e glumă, dar
from time to time, girls up the ante sexually and say things like this, and you need to be able to respond in the right way. One of the options is to be playfully tongue-in-cheek about it, but in a way that shows confidence. So that will work.
Okay. Let's do this again sometime. Can I have a good night kiss? Băi, misiunea zicea goal, get a kiss. Haideți să vedem, let's get a kiss.
Looks like the taxi's here, but it was really nice to see you tonight. And
it was.
How about a good night kiss?
Not this time, but maybe next time.
Okay then.
Okay.
Exactly. So what have you got here? You've got playfulness and a little bit of sexuality, which is the perfect way to escalate things physically. Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option. Congratulations, you made it. You got all the way to the end and completed all 10 levels. Now, there is an even better ending if you go through and you complete them all with 5-star ratings, plus get 50% completion, but it will be worth your while, so I suggest you go and do it. As a reward for completing the game, I'm going to give you a few secrets in the making of it. Now, did you notice this? That there's a scene with a girl called Alexa, and there's another one called Jenna. We're talking about the club dance floor and the girl on street, and also first date. Did you notice that that's actually the same girl? That's actress Shanna Vincent. Something else in the game is that in the friend-to-girlfriend level, Lilia, the girl in it, is actually my friend. She's my friend since 2012, and so a lot of the stuff in that level is true, like her going on to a design course. Finally, maybe most shocking is that the girl Kate is actually my wife of, I don't know, about 6 months ago. So you didn't know that, and that's kind of like
wow!
For you finishing the game. If you want to go a little bit
căsătorit omul, nu pot să cred! Wow!
An even better surprise for you. So maybe go ahead and do that. But again, thank you so much for playing, and I hope you really loved the game.
Wow! Da. Ce să zic? Episodul ăsta a fost așa... A fost exact cum este jocul ăsta. Nu mă așteptam nici la mai mult, nici mai puțin. Ce să vă zic, dragii mei, cam atât din seria Super Seducer. Acesta a fost jocul Super Seducer. Sper că v-a plăcut seria. În funcție de răspunsul pe care îl primesc, o să continui. Am înțeles că mai e și Super Seducer 2 și 3, dar vedem cât de bine se va descurca seria asta. Sper că am învățat ceva din seria asta, sau mai degrabă din jocul acesta, anume cum să nu fim nesimțiți, misogini și antisociali. Cam atât pentru astăzi. Vă mulțumesc foarte mult pentru vizionare. Nu uitați să dați un like, share și subscribe lui Naratifan, adică eu. Join pe Discord să continuăm conversația și până data viitoare, nu uitați, perfecțiunea nu există. La revedere! Puh!